Hi, welcome to Jules Sharman Art, and this is my Aussie Gallery. I haven't actually introduced you to here officially before, but this is where I pump out all of my paintings and my reproductions, do commission works, I do lesson and seascape workshops here, so I shall just quickly show you around here. There's the second wall over here, so I sell prints to all of these as well, and that's the outdoor of my shop. So I'm in a little fish bowl here. This is me. I'm actually in a little plaza area. And there's a street there. There's a multi-storey parking lot on top of me, which works really, really good because it's one of the main ones for the city. Although today doesn't look too busy. It's quite early in the morning here. So we've come around here. We've got this wall here. I do a lot of acrylic and I'm back into oils now. So I work with both mediums. These are my recent coastal series that are out. There's a few of them. This one here is actually not quite finished. I've come in today just to pop a few more bits of bobs on the rocks there. This one's finished. I'll show you my favourite one in a tick. That's Tas Peninsula. This one down here, oh my God, this is my favourite painting so far that I've done. Now some people might just think, what? But I love it. Look at these rocks. We're actually doing a rock tutorial today. Now, as you can see close up, okay, they look really splodgy and blodgy and liney. I think they look quite spiffy. And then there's this one here. This one's called Morning Stroll. It's actually, these are of real locations here in Tassie. The coastal series I'm doing at the moment are a Tasmanian series, but I am expanding out. This one is my first one. It's of North Sydney, which is actually where I was born. And I'm also adding and expanding out to do an Aussie coastal series as well. So that will be coming up shortly. This one down here, I'm flicking again. I'm filming this one at the moment. This is in process and this is going to be an oil tutorial that will be purchasable from my website. We're going to have heaps of ocean and open water. There's going to be a big cliff face on the top left coming down to rocks coming out into the water with water cascading over. So quite happy with how that one's going at the moment as well. This is going to be a bit of a different video, okay, because it's not a painting tutorial. Instead, I'm basically trying to put my face in front of the brand so you guys get to know me a little bit better. I've kind of learnt that it's really important that you trust your brand, basically. And obviously as an artist, I'm the artist. My originals are my works. You know, even though I've got some YouTube videos out there and you see me paint and I can share my tips and techniques with you guys, I think it's about time that you actually get to know a little bit more about me and learn about my business integrity as well. So these questions, I'm just going to basically say the question and then answer. The questions have come through to me on my different platforms from people just asking to know a little bit more about me, okay? So, first question. How old was I when I started painting? I was 4 years old. Who taught me to paint? My mum taught me to paint. She'd painted for long, like she started painting when she was a kid basically, so it's kind of in the family. What was the first medium that I learnt with? Believe it or not, it actually was oil paints. Most people would say watercolours or acrylic. I do things a little bit backward. My mum had actually gone through all of those phases. She'd used watercolours, inks. She'd played with acrylic a lot. By the time I was born, she was really heavily into oil painting, so that was my first medium that I learned with. My favourite medium now to paint with is actually oil, surprisingly. I actually think it's really, really good to master both, okay, acrylic and oil. I was in my 40s when I learnt acrylic medium, to be honest with you. I was just always happy and content with oil. When I hit just after my 40s, I just really, I really needed to challenge my brain a lot, okay? I needed to challenge my art skills and absolutely everything. So I just went hell for leather to learn acrylic medium. It was actually quite hard. It took me a while to get there. And in all honesty, it probably took me about 18 months solid painting every day, hours and hours on the end, hammering out, portraits, landscapes, seascapes, to actually be really comfortable with acrylic medium. When I felt I became proficient with that, I then just thought, I'll just dabble with the oils again to see how I feel. And as soon as I did my first oil piece again, I was just like, oh, I fell in love with oils again. So I'm back with oils at the moment. Okay, where am I from? I was born in New South Wales. I was born in Bondi. We lived there for a bit. Moved to Western Australia and I grew up in a place called Rockingham. I travelled overseas. I lived overseas for quite a few years, based in England and on the continent. I also lived in the States for a little bit. In my family, we've got a bit of a mixture, okay? There is English in my family, Scottish, German, and French. Is it hard surviving as a full-time artist? My answer to that is no, it is not. It really isn't, okay? If you're happy to put in the time, dedication, have a really good business sense, use your business brain, learn as much as you can, understand how marketing works, and just, really thrive on passion and sharing what you know and what you love. Being a full-time artist, it is actually really easy to make an income and survive on it, okay? Obviously, it's always inconsistent, but, if you set your business up really well to cover a lot of aspects of art, it is actually a really, really good career to have. What inspires me to paint? A few things, okay? Basically, I love creating. I love that zone where I go to, where I just, don't use reference photos, and I've just got the brush in my hand and paint, and I just, create whatever I want that's original at the time, using my brain to actually work out perspective and composition with all your colour tones and variations, mixing the colours all at the same time, instead of breaking those components up individually, then applying them. For me, I'm inspired by just having my brain kind of go into these little seizures of creating. Love it. Another thing that really inspires me is the amount of travel that I've done in my life. I was born in one state, grew up in another. I'm now living in a third state. I spent several years in my younger years traveling around. Travel and photos that I've just got truckloads of them really. And I'll often sift through the photos just to get inspired, what I want to paint, how to paint better, just to achieve realism that this world offers. Nature's just amazing. Nature inspires me. And then finally, this might sound really odd, okay, because a lot of artists would say that they get inspired by looking at other artists' work. I personally, I don't. I might not be normal in that sense, but it's actually the people that inspires me to paint, to be the best me as an artist, mother, wife, friend, absolutely everything, okay? People's kindness, people that are near and dear to me, that have just never turned their back on me in their life, that believe in me, that have just given me love and support. People I know that I can trust, and people that they know they can trust me. They are the ones that really inspire me the most. What are my greatest achievements as an artist? Okay, I've got a few of them, but first and foremost, it would actually be having this place here at the moment, this gallery, and my work studio. Actually, I'm just really proud that I have it, okay? I don't think as an artist you need to have a shop, okay? You can survive and you can do exceptionally well as an artist without this. By me having a separate workplace, coming here, doing my job, for me when I go home, that's my personal private time. So this shop again, you don't need a gallery, all right? But this is one of my hugest achievements because it's just really given me that mindset of surviving as an artist, running a business. I'm really, really happy that my art is internationally recognized, and there's actually quite a few different countries I've sold to now. So for me, it's been a big long haul. And again, it takes a lot of time and dedication, but it's worked, and it's panning out for me that way, which is really, really good. Another really great achievement for me as an artist is basically now being able to share everything I know, on a global level, really. There's all these platforms and social media, there's no barriers now. It's not like I have to rely on people just walking through here locally to teach them in a group, which I love doing. But it's just the fact that, even here on YouTube, you know, I get so much satisfaction out of just knowing I can share what I can with people. So I hope you get a little bit of benefit of that. Another achievement for me that was really mind-blowing was actually being sourced from Graham Stevenson Colour in Your Life. Invited to go on to their International Fine TV Art series. For me, that was pretty monumental. Do I endorse any online learning painting programs? My answer is no. I endorse me. I have my own business. I sell originals, I sell reproductions. I have a little bit of merchandise happening. I'm in the process of publishing a few ebooks and hard copies with different things on different topics to do with painting and art. I sell internationally. I do lots of commission work. I exhibit. I sell my own online demos. I'm in the process of filming further, and I do not actually accept anyone using my images or turning Facebook comments into any praise or recommendations for their own course. What artists do I like and what artists would I recommend to learn from? Okay, I would like to say me, but you know what? Other than that, by all means, I really do hope you get something out of my YouTube. You know, I hope for the people that have bought my demo and future demos that you do get stuff out of it that you can take away and make your own. The people that walk through here in the shop, that come to my lessons, again, love teaching, love sharing what I know. But I think it's really important to never forget where you learnt. You know, I've never studied art at university, so apparently I can say I'm a self-taught artist, comes under that category. My mum taught me huge amounts, okay? I will never die without saying that everything I am is really hats off to her, basically, okay? Other artists along the way, and again, I think it is really important to note, okay? When I was starting Seascapes, I bought this recipe book. I'm sure some have seen it before. It's Mark Walder's. His work's amazing. He sells his own demos. He has this book, obviously, which is found on Explore website. Feel free to buy it. I think my colour palette is quite different to Mark's. I don't think my work's anything like his, but this is amazing. It's really good. As much as I'm actually, you know, in the process of getting some books published, I will not be doing a colour recipe book because this one is perfect. Other artists that I think have influenced me a lot, especially this year, okay, monumentally, I have to say Graham Stevenson from Colour in Your Life. The time and the support that he's actually put aside and given me that has just really helped me, you know, from a business sense, from marketing perspective, from art as a totality, has just been amazing, okay? Really amazing. And I've been left speechless, really. Other artists that I do actually recommend, I've never officially written reviews or praises. Andrew Tischler, his YouTube is amazing, okay? Go watch it. elvove really captured my attention on YouTube for the fact that her sky colour palette and her sunsets and just, you know, her just pastel palette is just divine. Love it, okay? There are so many skilled people out there. They've all got YouTube channels. Check everyone out. I think art is a gift. I don't think it's something to become greedy and hoard what you know and to not share back after you've learnt something. So that's why I'm here. Anyway, that's about all from me. I hope you're all well. Take care and thank you.